Modern humans spend nearly a third of their lifetime asleep. While this may seem like an impressive amount of time, the CDC reports that over a third of US adults are not getting the recommended 7 hours of sleep every night. But how important is sleep in our everyday lives? In this video, we will discuss the dangers of poor sleeping habits and how you can get the most out of your time asleep. We've all bragged to our friends about how little sleep we got the night before. But just how detrimental is too little sleep? Research shows that individuals who receive less than 7 hours of sleep a night have an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. While meeting the recommended 7 hours of sleep is essential, sleeping too much can be just as harmful. In fact, individuals who received more than 8 hours of sleep per night had the same risks, but also had a 30% increased risk of death. In a study conducted by Jawbone, a popular fitness tracking bracelet, researchers gathered data from 1.4 million nights of sleep across 100 different universities. Although the average amount of sleep per college student ranged from 7 to 8 hours, researchers were shocked to find that during nearly half of those nights, the students received less than 7 hours of sleep. Missing a few hours of sleep may not seem like a big deal, but over time it could cause serious long-term health problems. Studies have shown that brain function decreases linearly with each day of sleep deprivation. One TED-Ed video discusses a 1965 experiment in which a 16-year-old high school student stayed awake for 11 days. After 2 days awake, the student could not focus his eyes and could not identify objects from touch. After 3 days, the student lacked coordination and became rather moody. After 5 days, he began to hallucinate. Towards the end of the experiment, he had developed short-term memory loss and did not talk unless encouraged. After the experiment was completed, he recovered with no long-term mental or physical effects. This experiment not only showed the effects of long-term lack of sleep, but also showed that sleep debt is accumulated and can be recovered within a few nights of quality sleep. Sleep quality is just as important as the amount of time spent sleeping. One factor known to affect sleep quality is blue light. In 2012, Harvard Medical published an article discussing how blue light exposure at night can interfere with your circadian rhythm and result in a suppressed melatonin level. There are various sources of blue light that you should stay away from during the night. Cell phones, computers, and LED lights all emit intense blue light. If you absolutely must use your cell phone, most modern smartphones have a feature that reduces the emission of blue light from your phone. Ideally, you should use dim red lights at night and put away your devices 2 to 3 hours before bed. This will ensure that you have an easy time falling asleep. So why do we need sleep? Well, the obvious reason is that humans can't survive without sleep. Sleep helps to replenish vital processes, restore muscle tissue, and prevent diseases. In fact, sleep is believed to be one of the most important factors in human health. Unfortunately, sleep deprivation has risen to epidemic proportions in the United States. It is important that we do our part to inform others about the dangers of poor sleeping habits. So next time you stay up all night to do a project,